How's everybody doing? Is everybody all right? Hit the like button. People watching on Facebook, what's going on, Playboy? People watching on DLZ Clips. People watching on DLZ Main, what is going on? Good to see everybody. I wanna. Leto takes a long time to explain it. I think I actually want to show the actual video instead of Leto explaining it because I saw Leto explain it. We saw that one already. Oh, this is the one I wanted to show you guys. So let me give you guys a little bit of preface. So listen, what happened in Kansas is the police the newspaper didn't say very good things about the police there, and the newspaper got raided by the police. This is unprecedented. I can show you. I said I'm going to have Leto explain it because this is intense too, kind of. It's not that bad. It's bad. It's definitely bad.
I mean, I imagine one of them is
7 police officers descended either on our newspaper offices here, my home, which I shared with my 98-year-old mother, and the home of the vice mayor of Marion, to conduct a very long search and seizure of our computer equipment. They took a laptop and my mother's computer and from my mother's house, and the computer of the vice mayor from her house. In addition, they took the vice mayor, mine, and 2 of our reporters' personal cell phones, and have not told us when they're giving them back.
The raids came after a local restaurant owner accused the paper of breaking the law in reporting on a previous DUI conviction. The Marion County Record maintains it was targeted for critical coverage of the.
This is the type of stuff that, Vladimir Putin does, that third world dictators do. This is Gestapo tactics from World War II. And it's the tragedy of it is not only does it step all over the rights of journalists. My 98-year-old mother, who had lived in that house for 70 years, was so stressed out by police being there, 7 officers at one point, 2 of them watching her for hours, seizing her equipment, destroying her ability to turn on and off the lights by voice command, doing other things of that nature, seizing a router that had nothing to do with this. I mean, there's nothing they could obtain from a router. Photographing my personal financial information that was lying on a table near there. She got so upset about this that she couldn't eat, she couldn't sleep, and the next day she died of a heart attack.
Oh.
I'm all for it.
Wow. Wow. So let me real quick, just so you can just get the straight facts of the whole case, because I want you guys to know. You just saw it again. So what this says is Marion, Kansas. A small newspaper and police department in Kansas are at the center of a dispute over freedom of speech as the newspaper struggled Monday to publish its next edition days after police raided its office and the home of its owner and publisher. Officials with the Marion County Police Department confiscated computers and cell phones from the publisher and staff of the Marion County Record in Friday's raid. On Monday, Kansas City authorities confirmed that they are involved in a criminal probe of the newspaper over allegations that it illegally obtained and used personal information about a local business owner. Raids have been widely condemned by press freedom watchdogs as a blanket violation of the U.S. Constitution protection for a free press. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly said that the raids are concerning. An attorney for the newspaper deemed that the search is illegal and still the police department's actions offend the Constitution. I'm sorry, let me read this again. An attorney for the newspaper deemed the searches and seizures illegal and said that the police department's actions offends the Constitution's protections of the founding fathers gave the free press. The Society of Professional Journalism pledged $20,000 towards the newspaper's legal defense. So there that is. And so we in the First Amendment community, we're seeing the same thing. The police are attacking us, arresting us, charging us. You guys saw it. I've been arrested in Ohio. I've been arrested in Nevada. And so now even the mainstream press, if you print a critical story about the police, then they're going to raid your offices. And so the Marion County Register, as you read from the AP article, because they've been critical of police, then their offices got raided. I mean, no help is coming. You understand that, right? It has to be us. You get that, right? It has to be you. It has to be me. We have to change these things. I've told you my plan. I've told you what I'm doing. 100%. We can't accept this. We can't accept what's happening. We can't watch this and go like, okay, that's fine. Let's do it that way. We can't accept it. If we do, we're completely and utterly cooked. If we allow this to continue to perpetuate, we're absolutely cooked. It's.
Can I ask what's going on just so I can let him know before he.
So this is pretty sick. This cop is just like Jonathan Spuljerich in Ironton, Ohio. This cop is exactly like Jonathan Spuljerich. Well, Spuljerich's probably worse because I know of a couple girls that Spuljerich did it to. The people of Ironton, have you considered that when Spuljerich was in the high school, have you traced back your daughter's relationships or asked her now, a couple years later, if she knew Jonathan Spuljerich and exactly what their relationship was? It's a serious question. Because you'll hear right here that this guy is just like Jonathan Spuljerich. I mean, they're compulsive. They can't stop themselves.
He has been messing around with my 16-year-old daughter. He was just caught by our neighbor and my son.
Okay.
While he's on duty, they caught him making out with her. He had her pinned up against the police cruiser.
Could you even imagine if you found out, or if your son came and told you that the cop was just kissing your 16-year-old daughter and he had her mushed up against the police cruiser as he's in uniform in some sick, twisted, piggy fantasy? Like, wow. Could you even imagine? You know, we've seen people, I don't want to say get away with, because that's not really the right way to look at it. We've seen people commit justifiable homicide in a moment of rage when they find out their child has been molested. We've seen it. It's been in the news a couple times. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to say anything else from there. You draw your own conclusions. But let me put it another way so that I don't sound like I'm a psycho, because I'm not. I do think the things that psychos think, though, right? Don't we all? Don't you all think ridiculous thoughts that you think to yourself, man, that's a ridiculous thought? The point is, if the father, kissing your daughter, well, how far has it gone? Would the father be justified in doing away with that piggy if he found out he had been having a relationship with his daughter? Would he be would you be justified in that if you dealt with him in a caveman way? I got to mince my words, you know that. So, but let's finish this bad chicken.
New developments out of Geauga County. This is the first time we're hearing a 911 call from a parent of the teenager believed to be bringing allegations forward, saying she was assaulted by Chester Township.
So you don't know what they look like. You know what this one looks like, though.
Police officer Nick Iacampo. In the call, the father says his son and their neighbors caught him making out with his daughter, and you heard it, pinning her against a police cruiser. He went on to say he had text messages to corroborate the two were in communication. Iacampo is facing a felony sexual battery charge and right now is on paid administrative leave.
What?
Pending an investigation.
Well, no, what'd she say? What?
Corroborate the two were in communication. Iacampo is facing a felony sexual battery charge and right now is on paid administrative leave.
Hold the phone. Wait a minute. What? If you get caught making out with a kid, you go to pedophile island. What? What? He's getting paid? He's getting paid? What are you talking about? This guy's getting paid. He's making out with high school girls and he's on the state dime that we pay taxes for. It's been one of those nights, hasn't it? It's been one of those nights. It's been a tough night. We've seen some really twisted stuff tonight. I mean, we have seen some twisted ass shiznits. This has been some weird night, hadn't it? I mean, seriously, you guys feel the same thing I do? It has been a night of just... So for the coppers out there, for the coppers who are watching, the reason why the public hates you, you just saw a patter ass. Listen, I'm past 40. I'm not 50 yet. So I don't see 16-year-old girls as a viable option or even attractive. I'm a man. They're too young. They're just too young. It's a kid. There's no attraction there. It's a cute little girl. Oh, she's going to be a beautiful woman one day. And by then I'll be an old man. Oh, happy for her. I hope she has a husband and some kids. She's a beautiful young girl. That's it. There's no like sexual attraction toward a child. This guy's a pervert. He's got sexual attraction toward a child. Listen, if you ever go to Hollywood, California, you will see there are some 16-year-old girls who look like a woman. And then once you're on set and you start talking to them, that's a kid. You find out real quick. You just have to talk to them for a second. Hey, how you doing, kid? What's going on? Oh, this is they're a child. That's a child. Oh my God, that was brutal. We've had a brutal night tonight. This has been, put a 1 in the chat if this has been brutal. This has been tough tonight. I mean, these stories tonight are just grinding that we are being treated like absolute peons. We are being treated like we are less than pawns, peons. We're just total peons to them. Like we don't matter to them. It's an absolutely despotistic state. I don't know if that's a proper pronouncement, etc. of despotism, but it's just, wow. Well, let me see how long it is. Yeah, I can't read all that after I've been on here for 2.5 hours. I'd like to read your story, bro, but I can't. It's too long. So people, by the way, here's a good example. If you guys send me an email about a story you have, if you don't have a video, I'm completely helpless. I don't have a bar card. I didn't go to law school. I'm just, once in a while, I take up a case for somebody and I go after the cops who are harassing them, but it's just not what I do. I have a life too. I have stuff besides this that I do. Remember, I'm only on here for 3 hours. And then I got DLZ Clips, who's not here tonight, but then he does a lot of the cutting of stuff. And I do a lot of cutting too, but I did a lot of cutting last 24 hours. But, I can't read your letter that is 14 paragraphs long. I'll respond with 1 line. Do you have a video? I'm just one man.